Hello, all you beautiful and amazing people. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to the show. If you're new to the channel, I'm your host, Hyde, and this is Hide and Seek Media, where we talk about news, sports, politics, and so much more. If this is your first time here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified anytime I drop a new video. So, Jen Psaki says illegal immigrants don't have to show proof of vaccination because they're not intending on staying here long. Well, I thought that was kind of weird because to me, it seems like that was their whole intention, was to pack up whatever belongings they could and walk across the desert so they could try to stay in the United States. It's you who don't intend on them staying here long. Well, at least that's what you're saying. Nobody really knows what your intentions are, really, right? Also, we have the DC mayor mandating vaccines for all student athletes over the age of 12 and school staff members. All of this fear mongering pushed by the mainstream media and the Biden administration has led to people doing some monstrous things when it comes to mandate enforcements. And there is a disturbing video. Well, if you're a parent, it's pretty damn disturbing. So I warn you now, when we get to that section of this show, it may be hard to watch. It was very hard for me to get through that 79 seconds. So I just want to warn you now that it is very heart-wrenching. And at the same time, infuriating. So make sure to stay tuned if you want to see what I'm talking about. But before we get into all that, make sure to click the link down below and join my locals page, where you can become part of a community of American-loving patriots who believe in the Constitution and America first. And if you become a premium member in the month of September, you'll be entered into for a chance to win free merch from my store. And if you want to support the channel, make sure to check out the merch link down below, where you can find all kinds of great t-shirts and hoodies to make a statement. Now, let's get to the news. Jen Psaki suggests illegal immigrants don't need to prove vaccination status since they're not intending on staying here. White House press secretary suggested during Monday's press briefing that migrants illegally entered the United States do not need to present proof of vaccination at the border the same way that foreign nationals reportedly do when they fly into the U.S., because the illegal aliens are not intending to stay here for a lengthy period of time. Okay, so immigrants who come across the border illegally are trying to move here. They're not just coming over here for a vacation. They are moving here. Ducey later asked Psaki, "Where's the vice president on any of this? Isn't she supposed to be addressing the root causes of migration?" Right? So yeah, she was supposed to have gone down there and talked to them about, stopping these people from here. We'll give you money and we'll help you build roads and all this stuff to make people want to stay here, right? We'll help you. We'll give you all this money. We'll help. So your people will stay and quit coming up to our border. And yet here they come in droves of thousands every month coming across the border illegally. Sounds like Kamala Harris failed at her job of stopping the migration at the root cause. Right? I mean, anybody else? I mean, if you disagree with me, leave a comment down below. Let me know, right? Because Sounds to me like that was an utter failure. You went down there, you talked to these people, you make these deals, whatever. Some of them didn't really even want to talk to you at all, but you went down there anyways, and then here we are. 8 months into your vice presidency, and it looks like, and the southern border looks like a free for all, right? So Psaki answers, quote, absolutely. And she has been addressing the root causes of migration by working with countries in the region to ensure they have the assistance they need to reduce the number of people who are coming and trying to make those journeys across the border. We've actually seen some reductions in those numbers. That doesn't change the fact that this is a very challenging situation in Del Rio. We're working to implement our policies, and we're working to ensure we are also addressing root causes. But it didn't, you haven't addressed the root cause, right? And there's some more videos here of their back and forth. And like I said, if you want to watch them, click the link down below, and you can check out all of my sources and everything that I use in my videos, right? All of the links will be down below, along with some other links to some studies I may reference, or um, you know comobility studies, stuff like that. Other things that I may reference, I may not bring up on screen. You may not see it in the video, but there will be a link down below that if I talked about it. I'm trying to get better at that because I want to be, a legitimate channel. I want this to be legit, right? So, like I said, she's supposed to be addressing the root causes, but we all know she's not. We can all see it, right? And the biggest issue is that we're letting all of these people across the border. I mean, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming across the border, and they're not even having to get tested. Okay. They're not even having to get a COVID test, let alone show proof of vaccination. Right. But in New York, you can't go into a restaurant without your vaccine passport. Right. LA, the same way. San Francisco. How many other blue cities are requiring vaccine passports? I want to see your papers. Let me see your papers. Right? That's basically where we're getting to. And they're doing it by force. Not physically force, but by giving you no choice. They're giving you the ultimatum. Choose your freedom or take the vaccine, right? I mean, the DC mayor, DC students, right? The DC mayor just laid down a vaccine mandate for all students. Timcast.com reports DC student athletes, school staff ordered to get mandatory vaccinations, right? DC Mayor Muriel Bowser has ordered all student athletes over the age of 12 to be vaccinated with no option to opt out and undergo testing instead. No option. Nope. Sorry. You have to get the vaccine if you want to play. You can't test every week like Opinoka Joe said, right, in his vaccine mandate that he's trying to do through OSHA, where you can test every week if you don't want to get the vaccine and still keep your job, right? But you can't do that if you want to play sports in DC. Nope, nope. They say all school employees, contractors, interns, and volunteers will also be required to take the vaccine. The mandate will go into effect November 1st and applies to all DC public schools, public charter schools, private schools, parochial schools, and child care facilities regulated by the Office of the State Superintendent of Education. So basically, all schools, all students will have to be vaccinated. All students over the age of 12 will have to be vaccinated according to this mandate, right? They say, quote, "We know that vaccinations are the most effective tool to slow the spread of COVID-19 and protect children who are not yet eligible to receive the vaccine," said Mayor Bowser in a statement. This new mandate requirement, without a test out option, will add another critical layer to the robust measures we have implemented to reopen our schools and keep our child care centers safe. We also know that sports are a high-risk activity. Requiring athletes to get vaccinated will ensure they not only stay safe, but also stay in the classroom and are able to participate in school-based extracurricular athletics. So, this again is just another way to enforce their authoritarian rules on you, right? Like, nowhere do any of these mandates say anything about natural immunity, right? And we're going to talk about natural immunity here in a little while, right? So make sure to stay tuned, because this is what all of this is leading up to, is how strong natural immunity really is, right? Now, I read a study earlier, or I did a video not too long ago where there was a study that said 13 times. Well, that study may have been wrong, and I've got new evidence to prove that. So we'll get into that later. Make sure to stay tuned. And if you liked the video so far, make sure to smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video, right? So, timcast.com goes on to report, Bowser's statement said that there will be exemptions for religious or medical reasons. Okay, so there you go. I retract my previous statement about no exemptions, right? If you have a medical condition, that they are allowing for that. Okay, so there is at least one little glimmer of hope. You can claim you have a religious, objection to it or whatever. I don't know how all that'll work out, but hell, you got to go down fighting, right? If you want to play sports, no, my God says I can't take that stuff. So I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but The Hill reports that according to the DC government's vaccine dashboard, nearly 70% of the city's population has received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Roughly 55% of those aged 12 to 17 in DC have received at least one dose of the coronavirus vaccine so far. So, if over half of the population of ages 12 to 17 have already gotten one dose of the vaccine, why are you mandating it? It seems that, the numbers are pretty good, right? 55%. That's over half. That means sooner or later you will get there, right? You just got to be patient. Let it come. Let it come naturally. Wait. Did I say naturally? Wait, yes, I did. Because we're going to get to natural immunity. Make sure to stay tuned, right? They go on to say the Los Angeles Unified School District has also ordered all eligible students to be fully vaccinated by January 10th. Students are required to take the first dose by November 21st and the second dose by December 19th. If a student wants to participate in extracurricular activities, the deadline is even earlier. In that case, they must have their first dose by October 3rd and the second by the end of the month. Now they're putting time frames on it. It's like, not only were they saying, hey, go get vaccinated, it's free, go get it. Commercial. Freaking Facebook ad, YouTube ad, right? Go get the vaccine. That wasn't enough, right? Now they're telling you, all right, our patience is wearing thin, like Joe said, right? And I talked about in my last video. which you can see right here. But that wasn't enough for them, right? Not enough people took the jab, so we got to get it in everybody. We got to get it in everybody. So now we got to figure a way to make everybody take it. So we make the kids take it. We make the parents take it to keep their job. We make the kids take it if they want to stay in their sports. If they want to go to school. You serious? Nobody? Are you guys, do you not see this yet? Hello? That sounds like an authoritarian dictator to me. Do what I say. Take the jab. Get the vaccine. It's the safest way to protect people from getting COVID. All of this fear mongering over COVID has led people to do some monstrous things. And I told you about this earlier on. And if you're still watching, I appreciate it. Make sure to hit that like button and leave a comment. But I told you guys earlier that there was something that it was hard for me to watch. I'm not gonna lie. It was hard for me to watch. Having a very small child and having kids of my own and having a small child at home right now, having to watch this, I tell you, it broke my heart for that little kid. And as a parent, it made me so mad. Oh my God. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen this yet, right, I came across this today. Heartbreaking video shows 2-year-old in daycare being forced to comply with Democrats' mask mandate. Okay, here's some pictures, right? Look at this little kid's face right here in this picture. All right, so it's 79 seconds. Very, very hard. Very, very hard. But try to bear through and all right, just here we go. I'm telling you, this was rough for me. I'm sorry, but this was very rough for me. Now, before I get to the video, before I start, I want to say it's posted. From what I gather, reading this, from the kid's mother. This is my poor kid at daycare today, so I can work. Hashtag breaks my heart. Okay. Now, Miss Walker, whoever you are, I would suggest you take your kid out of that daycare. I hope you have taken your kid out of that daycare. This was very hard for me to watch. And I truly am sorry that your son had to go through that. Here we go. So, all right. So, you can clearly tell already the kid doesn't want to wear it, right? And I get it. He's only 2, and 2-year-olds don't want to, wear a lot of things, right? And they're fussy and, fighting. Sometimes you have to make kids do what they don't want to do. I get it. I get all that, right? But this is because of your fear. This isn't trying to teach this kid some kind of life lesson or, teach them manners or anything like that, right? This is because of your fear. Whoever this woman is, her fear. These people, your fear led you to essentially torture this 2-year-old. I mean, I know it's a little hyperbolic, right? Torture is a strong word, right? But look. She puts it back on him, right? And then he takes it off. They're like, yay, trying to make him feel good. And he's like, no, I don't want to wear it. And then he pulls it off again, right? And it's like, okay, look, The kid doesn't want to wear a mask. Right? He can't breathe with it on. He don't like it on. Well, maybe he don't like smelling his own breath. Whatever the reason, the kid don't want to wear it. But look at this. Look at it. No. Boom. He pulls it down. She pulls it back up again. Look. Look. Oh, peekaboo. Play with you. No. This is ridiculous. This is insane. I can't play no more. I can't. That is fear. That is your fear of a virus that is, depending on what study you read, 98.9%, 99.96%. It's survivable. And with the vaccine, even if you get COVID, you'll survive now. So why are you so afraid that you would do this to a 2-year-old little boy? A 2-year-old little boy. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Am I looking at this the wrong way? Let me know in the comments down below, because I don't know. If this was my kid, never going back to that daycare, I can tell you that. And them two ladies, whoo, boy. Let me tell you, you're definitely going to get a piece of my mind, because there ain't no way I'm letting anybody do something like that to my kid. I can guarantee you that. Guarantee. This is insane. This is what your stupid fear-mongering has led us to. All of your fear-mongering, go get the vaccine. Go get the vaccine. It's the best way to save our children, right? It's the best way to save our children from getting COVID. But then you have this story here from the Times of Israel. Study. COVID recovery gave Israelis longer lasting Delta defense than vaccines. The variant was 27 times more likely to break through Pfizer protection from January-February and cause symptoms than it was to penetrate natural immunity from the same period. Natural immunity from contracting coronavirus provided Israelis with longer lasting protection against the Delta variant than 2 shots of the Pfizer vaccine given earlier this year, new Israeli research suggests. The study by Maccabi Healthcare Service looked at individuals who had either gotten 2 shots of the vaccine by the end of February or tested positive for COVID-19 by that time. It compared 46,035 members who caught the coronavirus at some point during the pandemic and the same number of double vaccinated people. People who had 2 vaccine shots had a 6-fold higher chance of getting infected with Delta than patients who hadn't been vaccinated but previously contracted the coronavirus. The study, published online but not yet peer-reviewed, is the largest of its kind. It doesn't take booster shots, now widely given in Israel, into account, but given that most of the world is still giving a 2-dose regimen, it has international relevance. but experts are stressing that the results shouldn't be interpreted as a discouragement from vaccinating. In addition, a sample of 16,215 who were infected during Israel's third wave in January-February of 2021 was compared to an equal number of people vaccinated during that period. The contrast of these two groups was even starker. It showed that Delta had a 27-fold higher chance of breaking through vaccine protection from January and February and causing symptoms than breaking through natural immunity acquired in the same period and causing symptoms. The study also found that when recovered, patients boosted their natural protection with a single vaccine shot, as recommended by Israeli health officials. Their protection reached new highs, and they had approximately half the infection risk of other recovered patients. So basically, they're saying that if you've had COVID and you got the shot, like some people I know, then you're even better protected, right? Then your chances are even lower. So, hey, that's cool too. Now, I don't think the shot is necessary, so I don't necessarily think it's necessary for me. That's my choice. But if it's if you think it's necessary for you, go talk to your doctor. That's all I got to say. Talk to your doctor. See what they say. Because that's the only way we can get through this, right? Joe Biden's not a doctor. Jen Psaki is not a doctor. Okay? The mayor of your city, the governor of your state is not a doctor. Your senator is not a doctor unless you're in Kentucky and your senator is Rand Paul. Then your senator is a doctor. Other than that, none of these people should be giving you medical advice. None of them should be telling you you need to go get a vaccine. So, all of this fear mongering and pushing the vaccine is so they can determine who they can control and who they can't. Because sooner or later, they're going to push too hard, right? And once they do, once they know where that line is, they'll know their enemy, their domestic enemy, right? You remember the FBI came out not too long ago and said that the greatest threat to this country's national security is white supremacy and racism. Domestic terrorists like the insurrectionists of January 6th. Yeah, those people. You know, the fighters, the people who were willing to stand up, speak out, be heard, and not afraid of you. Those people, people like you and me. So if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you know of more people like you and me who are fighting the good fight, make sure to hit that share button and share this video on all social media platforms, because I'm trying to get my URL changed from all these funky letters and numbers to my channel name. But the only way YouTube lets you do that is if you hit 100 subscribers. So the best way for me to do that is for all of you guys to hit that share button. So make sure to hit that share button and get this video out there on all social media platforms. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video and the topic. I love to engage with my viewers, so feel free to fire away. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.